I'm Felicia,
And I'm Ian.
and we are the Paranormal Lovers.
Hello, paranormal dudes, dudettes, and dudays. Welcome back to another episode of The Paranormal Lovers.
Hey guys,
Hey, guys.
welcome back to another episode, number 146. We are back this week with our part 3 of our look at LaRouche Movement. First, this is coming out on the 22nd, so I want to give a little shout out to a little heavenly birthday to my mother. She would have been 68 today. Y'all go hug a tree or plant a flower or something for her. Do some hippie shit because she loved Earth Day being her birthday. So
I might, if my doctor's appointment doesn't go like too bad, I might go and clean up at the plant.
yeah, that'd be good. Thinking about
They do an
getting,
Earth Day thing where we pick up trash and stuff
yeah,
out the woods.
kind of want to plant some more hostas.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm really happy to see my hosta blooming out there, so might get some more of those and
Made
plant
it,
them along
didn't
the
it?
sidewalk. Yeah, I was like, hey, look, a perennial that'll actually live. As long as we don't have to spray it with fucking poison oak killer again.
Yeah,
That's what killed the other one. We had to spray it down because it had Virginia creeper growing in it.
yeah.
Like, damn, man. All right. Before we get this going, what did you love about this week?
Oh, man.
Dig down deep.
I like that I got antibiotics finally. Yay.
Yeah, like a few hours ago.
Yeah.
This man has
I
been
got sick.
struggling.
Like, I've got swollen lymph nodes really, really bad.
Yeah, still sick from the last time we recorded. So
Going on day 14 or 13.
yeah, y'all like advocate for yourself. If you're feeling sick, if you're feeling off and they just want to brush it off on allergies or some shit, advocate for yourself because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I had to go back to the doctor like twice. So
Yeah.
what did you love about this week?
Thank you. I'm like always waiting. I'm happy that I finally got to work a full week and see my puppies.
Yeah.
It's literally like because one of my volunteers was out one week. She brings the puppies, and then we were out one week, and then I was sick the next week. So it was 4 weeks that I had to go without seeing my store dogs
Right.
that I work with. And like Aylin literally started whining when she saw me yesterday. She was so fucking happy. She was like, holy shit, Auntie's back. But then she was a little bitch all day. So she's a 1-year-old res dog. What can I say?
Right.
They are crazy. All right. So, like I said, we are back this time with part 3 of our look at the LaRouche Movement. And
Oh,
thank
man, that dude.
God it is the last one, folks.
Oh, LaRouche.
After this, we never have to say Lyndon LaRouche again. So, in the last episode, LaRouche had moved his operations to Virginia, been charged and imprisoned on fraud charges, and hit a new high of paranoia. He also ran for president a few times, with the last coming in 2024. As we get further into the 2000s, LaRouche publications were at the forefront of global warming deniers. Their ideals had also started to spread across the globe. LaRouche had an article written about him in 2003 in an Arabic daily paper. I wanted to say Arabic daily prayer, but that ain't right. An Arabic daily paper, an article that claimed his ideas had spread through China and South Asia. The article also went on to call him, quote, the spiritual father of the revival of the New Silk Road or Eurasian land bridge, end quote. This claim was supported by a series that covered LaRouche in the People's Daily of China. They covered his economic forecast and released an 8-part interview they made with him. In one article, the interviewer wrote that LaRouche was famous in mainland China at the time. So,
China liked him.
Great. In 2007, LaRouche began to push for the restoration of the Glass-Steagall Act, claiming that it would help save the US banking system. The same year, he also proposed a Homeowners and Bank Protection Act. Quote, this called for the establishment of a federal agency that would place federal and state chartered banks under protection, freeze all existing home mortgages for a period of time, adjust mortgage values to fair prices, restructure existing mortgages at appropriate interest rates, and write off speculative debt obligations of mortgage backed securities. End quote. In 2009, LaRouche began to advocate for a single payer health care bill, but took exception to what President Obama was proposing, a board of doctors and healthcare experts that would make the decision of what care to provide. Which, like, yeah, I get that, but he then goes even further and prints in a press release, quote, Lyndon LaRouche and the LaRouche PAC are the source of the campaign to expose the Obama healthcare policy as modeled on that of Hitler in 1939. End quote.
What? All right.
Listen, Obama is my favorite president, but he's still a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I wouldn't put eugenics past his mixed ass either. Okay.
True.
Because all kinfolk, you know, but it's a bit much.
Right.
When LaRouche members were out in the community, they had pictures on their tables that compared Obama to Hitler, with at least one picture showing him with a Hitler mustache. And I just stared at that picture. It's on the Wikipedia page. I was like, why does it fit?
Oh, what the hell?
Like, it kind of fits. Twice, police had to be called in Seattle to keep people from attacking the volunteers. Because why? Why are you being stupid?
Right.
LaRouche's ideals were heavily based off of Platonism, which is the belief of absolute truth, and he believed that Aristotelians, who rely on empirical data, were the cause of the world's woes. Yeah.
Always blame the astronomer.
To give us an idea, others who followed the works of Plato include Beethoven, Mozart, and Leonardo da Vinci. A few historical figures that followed the works of Aristotle include Thomas Hobbes, Bishop Berkeley, and David Hume. Quote, industry, technology, and classical music should be used to enlighten the world, LaRouche argued, whereas the Aristotelians used psychotherapy, drugs, rock music, jazz,
Oh no, not jazz.
environmentalism, and quantum theory to bring about a new dark age in which the world will be ruled by oligarchs. End quote.
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Ah, I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
No,
Ah,
the prophecies were true.
I hate it. I hate it. There was no left versus right for LaRouche in politics, but Plato versus Aristotle. And
That's
anyone,
interesting.
yeah, his politics were Plato versus Aristotle.
It's like a direct mirror of what's going on right now. You got the fancies versus the not fancies, the rich people versus the working class. Like, it's like exactly that
And I mean,
question right there.
here's the thing: is like when it comes to cult leaders, always like nabbing this shit is because we can all see it.
Right.
You know,
Just
like
because it's true doesn't mean that, like, he knew anything more than any other
right,
Joe Smo.
right. Like
It
I
doesn't make
wonder if he
LaRouche it
has
doesn't make LaRouche
LaRouche.
doesn't make LaRouche special because, like, he figured out that, like, what was going on now mirrors what was going on back then.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if he had a Heideki rock that he claimed was a meteorite
I don't know.
because he very much gives Bruce. Y'all, I'm still talking about Ghost. Yes. All right. and anyone who went against LaRouche in what he believed had to be a follower of Aristotle, as it was with George Johnson, who wrote about a time when he wrote an article about LaRouche in the Memphis Star. After his article was published, LaRouche followers denounced Johnson, claiming he was part of an elitist conspiracy that began way back in ancient Egypt. Yeah, way back in the Crusade days, I bet. Y'all go over to the history pod talking all about it. That oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. We're linking them together. We're linking them together. Ancient Egypt, Crusade days,
Yep.
LaRouche, it all what? It all comes together, folks. Is it a conspiracy if it's true?
Or like all links to everything.
Oh, it's so crazy. Obviously, LaRouche.
This is how we got Pizzagate. Like, this is how people believed Pizzagate.
Yeah.
Was because, like,
there was a kernel of truth in it.
Because it's true. It's Epstein Island. Like, but it wasn't a pizza place. It was just an island. What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you know what?
This is how we got
there. You know that there was sort of a Pizzagate, right? With the Epstein stuff. Because they would message him and be like, "Thanks for the pizza."
Right.
"Thanks for that delicious pepperoni pizza I had the other day."
Somebody got the idea from somewhere.
And they were
guess where they
literally
got it from?
talking about, like,
There you go.
raping and eating children.
Yep. That's how they got there.
I'm sorry, y'all. I, like, disassociate when I think about this shit. My brain just literally switched off. We're not gonna think about that. Nope. Let's go back to LaRouche. Obviously, LaRouche has been called a conspiracy theorist since he came out onto the scene. In an article on the Southern Poverty Law Center's website, he is called, quote, a fringe and fringe and ideologue and
Ideological?
No. It ends with GUE. Ideologue.
Okay.
And conspiracy theorist and Chip Burlett, senior analyst at Political Research Associates and an expert on the radical right, calls the man who brought us fascism wrapped in an American flag.
Yeah.
Even when he died, he was not safe from the allegations. His NPR obituary is titled Conspiracy Theorist and Frequent Presidential Candidate Lyndon LaRouche dies at 96. In his obituary in the Washington Post, it was said, quote, he was often described as an extremist crank and fringe figure, and that he built a worldwide following based on conspiracy theories, economic doom, anti-Semitism, homophobia, and racism, end quote. Those anti-Semitic claims began in the 1970s, especially after he married his second wife, Helga Zepp LaRouche, who was from Germany and 27 years younger than LaRouche, if we remember. She wrote a book in 1984 titled The Hitler Book, in which she suggests, quote, we need a movement that can finally free Germany from the control of the Versailles and Yalta treaties, thanks to which we have staggered from one catastrophe to another for an entire century, end quote. The Schiller Institute, which she founded in 1984, has been described as promoting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. LaRouche claims that he was an anti-Zionist, not anti-Semitic, and when the ADL called him that in 1997, he filed a $26 million liable lawsuit.
Wow.
His suit was dismissed when Justice Michael Dotson of the New York Supreme Court ruled that, quote, it was a fair comment and that the facts reasonably give rise to that description, end quote.
All right.
He said, you can't sue somebody for calling a spade, brother. I don't know what to tell you. LaRouche is reported to have died on February 12th, 19 or 19. God dang, all these dates, man. LaRouche is reported to have died on February 12th, 2019, at the age of 96. I say reported because his death was announced on one of the organization's websites, and his place and cause of death are unknown.
Oh shit.
But just because LaRouche is gone does not mean that his organizations have stopped running. After his death, followers set about making sure his ideals got spread to the masses. They set up conferences, hosted webcasts, and formed the LaRouche Legacy Foundation in his honor. Other members of his movement, namely his wife Helga, stepped into his shoes. Many times within these organizations, after the leader dies, there is a sort of rebranding that takes place, but not with the LaRouche movement. They have kept pushing his ideals, just reframed for present day crises in an attempt to stay relevant. And they still have a hand in politics. In 2023, Diane Sayer ran for Chuck Schumer's Senate seat
Uh,
and actually got over 25,000 votes.
all right.
I was shocked when I at first saw that somebody would vote for him, and then I remembered that people actually voted for that asshole living in the White House, so I should not be surprised.
Right.
And that, how long has this been? Oh, yeah.
17 minutes.
Okay. Well, that's long enough. So I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like 10 minutes or something. And that's where we're going to end our look at Lyndon LaRouche and his still active cult.
Wow, what a dude.
Um, they make many good points, and they have predicted much of what we are living through today. But what separates them as cults from other organizations is how they go about spreading their message and how the leaders treat their followers. And when you look at the Cult 101 checklist, this organization checks all the boxes.
Fashion.
So, what do you think, Bill?
Fascism.
Not that we want it.
That's, I don't know. It seems very fascist to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's only one guy's
Mm-hmm.
right. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And if you don't agree with exactly with what he says to the letter, then he's gonna like make your life a living hell.
Now, his views are like all over the place. Like, some stuff's good, some stuff's bad.
He reminds me a lot
Oh, it's
of
bad.
Jim Jones. Like he reminds me a lot of Jim Jones. I'm like, you guys are fucking insane.
I can see how he can get people hooked very easy because, like, they don't know that he said this one thing about this other thing, but they know what he's telling them to their face right then, and so people are like, "Oh yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, let's do that," and then they just get hooked into the cult,
Yeah, that's how cults work, man.
like the orange baboon.
Don't insult baboons like that. Don't do that. Baboons are.
Intelligent.
I was gonna say baboons are lovely creatures, but honestly, baboons terrify the fuck out of me. Their teeth and their ugly
Yeah.
butt.
Oh man, they got big teeth.
Like, why do they have such big teeth?
They're like sharp.
You ever had one of them scream at you? It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Go to a zoo and a baboon starts screaming at you, like, I'm gonna go that way. What did I do? Yeah, don't insult the baboons, man. They'll
But
come
yeah,
for
same thing as that. Like he tells people what they want to hear, but then like does just what the fuck ever he wants.
you. Literally just whatever he wants.
Um,
All right, guys. Well, I just hate to think that it's like still active. Like you can find they have websites and shit you can go look at. I hate that they're still out there just spreading their bullshit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But all right, guys, thanks for joining us here today. We hope you enjoyed this episode, as short as it may have been, and the other two episodes leading up to this one. It was a lot. Cults are a lot, folks.
Yeah,
Now
they are.
y'all see why I do them so rarely. Because what? All right. We hope y'all have a good week. We will see you guys later.
Be kind to each other.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.